My name's Steve. I'm 34 years old. I'm a male. I play the bass.
So I'm Nick, and I recorded guitar and some harmonies, I think, and some tambourine for Reno.
My name is Dave. I play guitar, and I am male.
I'm Josh. I play the drums. I'm also 34, though Steve's older than me. Male. Never been to Massachusetts. Don't really intend on going either.
My
I just
name
haven't
is
been there.
Daniel Jackson. Bowren. Jackson's my middle name. Yes. I'm 31, I think. I live in this house in New Baltimore, and I'm a male.
We recorded it in Ferndale at Zach's house in his garage. What is it called? RV Studios, recreational vehicle.
We started working on this album in like 2016. It was right after the release of the other one. And my role has been, just being along for the ride, I suppose. But once we got the stuff recorded with Zach in 2018, we brought everything back in-house, and Daniel and I did layers for everything we had done with Zach. We were on a time constraint with him, and we wanted to keep our budget down, so we got high quality drums and guitar and some vocals, and then we fucked it all up by recording our
This
own
album,
shit on top of it.
very close to my soul. We started working on it quite a while ago. And yeah, I like that the way we did this album was kind of live in the room, and we just kind of ripped through it. I mean, it was just like a raw energy that we'd just been working on it for a few months after. Well, I guess I've been in the band for about a year, and we just kind of ripped through it and rehearsed it.
When we were recording this album 7 years ago, how long ago was this? 5 years ago, I remember I was sick that day. I had a cold, and you can almost hear it in my voice because we recorded a lot of the stuff live, like Steve was saying. I had a cold. I really enjoyed working with Zach, although I really prefer doing things ourselves where we can like sit down and take our time and like tinker. Oh, this works, this doesn't work. This album has that, but not as much as the first album. And there's something to that. There's definitely a sound that comes from just going there and just fucking recording the whole damn thing, as opposed to just sitting around tinkering it for 3 years, even though we fucking recorded it 5 years ago, so we might as well have been tinkering it for 5 years.
I'm not even on this album. I don't know what they're asking me, dude.
My favorite song, I think I probably have to go with Job Lead. That's just, that one just hits me in a way that
I
the
would
other
say
ones
my
don't.
favorite is probably Stays the Same. And I think that the recording of Stays the Same is good.
Really funny because I didn't really do anything in it, but I think my favorite song on the album is Job Lead because of how unique
All that
it
I've been
is.
doing, I really like that last part. That's my favorite song on the album for sure.
My favorite song to play on the album? That's a tough one. I like all that I've been doing, all that you've been doing, whatever that one's called, just because I get to play fast, but it's not the most like intricate song for me. Stays the Same has got like the coolest part, I think. It's just, it might not be the most exciting. It's fun to play. No, the album's definitely not perfect. It's good. It's great, even. I'm very.
Do I think this album is perfect? No, I don't. Some of the things I really wish I could change, but it's too fucking late now because it's 5 years later. But there's something to that. It's raw as hell, it's fast, it's all the songs end the same. And I don't give a shit. They all end the same. And it's because we wanted them to all end the same. How about that?
There's a bit at the end of Morgan that I would like to go redo, but I'm not going to tell you what bit it was.
I blame myself, really.
Why did it take so long? I think it's just because we're perfectionists, and we just wanted it to be perfect.
Is it perfect?
It's not it's almost perfect except for the one bass part that I already told you about on Morgan the Moose.
I never looked down.
Sometimes, like when you're going to practice every week, it almost feels like a chore, especially when you gotta drive really far. But then it takes me like an hour and 10 minutes to get here on a good day. One way, yeah. But when you are here, once you're here and you're playing and we all come together and everything sounds really good, there'll be like a moment where everybody's just playing really well. And that's the part of it that I very much enjoy. And playing shows, I get that same feeling that I get here at practice when we're playing shows, but pretty much the entire time. So I always feel super fulfilled when we play a show, and it's just a whole lot of fun. Makes me happy.
love coming to practice. I mean, there's definitely weeks where it's nice to just like kind of blow off and play a video game and not have something to do, but I like playing the drums. Like literally my favorite thing in the world. So getting the opportunity to do that every week with 4 of my best friends is great, especially when I'm not on beer duty, because then someone just brings me beer and I play the drums, and happy day. Beer duty, so each week someone's responsible for getting all the beers. It was just get a 12-pack when it was only 4 of us, because then we'd have 3 beers each, but now it's get a 15-pack, so kind of restricts our options a little bit, but Steve got crabs at Taco Bell last night. At Taco Bell?
I started this band back in 2017. I was Jackson originally, and then Jackson came in and was like, I'm Jackson. And I was like, okay, I guess so.
Sometimes I go by Danny. My closest friends call me Danny. I always tell people my name's Daniel. In the music scene, some people will go, that's Jackson. And then I go, I'm not Steve.
So Steve and I played in other bands, and in all the other bands, he stole my guitar parts, stole all my parts, and honestly, it's just is what it is. He copyrighted everything. Yeah, I actually wrote all of Steve's parts first before he screwed up his part. So I was never Jackson, but I don't know how I fit into that exactly. So that's how it happened. I can tell you that.
I'm late all the time. I used to only be like a little bit late, but now I live really far away, so I'm a lot bit late, especially if I get held over at work. But
Fifth track, Doghouse. So my dog, she's a Brittany Spaniel, and when I come home from work, she likes to be like, holy shit, you're home. You're fucking home, dude. That's so cool. And she gets super excited, and then when I leave, I feel like she's sad. And this is a song in the perspective of my dog, Grace, when I leave for work. And she's feeling trapped. Like, and she thinks I'm never coming back. I want to play while you're getting paid. You're always late. Let me out before I go insane. You know? There's some deep shit right there. This isn't even the lyrics, I don't think.
I think I've always been the funniest. I'll always be the funniest. I think I'm always getting funnier, as a matter of fact.
I was going to, but he's gonna put it in. He's gonna put it in there. Like that would for sure 100% make it into the video.
Steve is not Jackson, and he didn't write any of this shit, except for his bass part.
It feels so stupid saying it.
I'm gonna redo it myself at some point, and I'm gonna reprint the CDs, and nobody's gonna know that they're new copies with me having re-recorded the bass in that one part that I'm not gonna tell you about. But it'll be better than the version that we're releasing now. So look out for that.
We should be very specific about which part it is too. Yeah, convince me.
And that little, the thing at the end of the riff, give it a better, directly stolen from Woody the Woodpecker. And Tool. So Woody the Woodpecker first, and then also Tool. Here's the riff.
I didn't have to do any overdubs because I was perfect on day one.